Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Liz. We have a morning filled with wonderful guests, and you are a really wonderful guest. I love what you do in our community. You're like, really? I am?
Wow, it's a great way to start the week right there.
Why not? This is James Kenley and everybody from the Vail Symposium, and you are the executive director. Yeah, you know, I tried touching him, but he wouldn't let me. So this is really exciting. The Vail Symposium is a really great organization here in our community. Yeah. And you guys really do a lot of things. They go from fun, they go to important, they go to serious, they go to really educational, and so many other great things through the Vail Symposium. You were talking with me off camera. The first thing I want to touch is this mental health thing that you have coming up in September, which is just a couple of weeks away.
Just a few weeks away.
Now tell me all about that, because this is something that I think is really important in our community. I think our emotional well-being and mental health is really important. So what do you guys have planned?
Yeah, this is a big issue in our community, and it touches all of us.
Yes, it does.
So the program is called Mountains and Minds.
I like it.
The tagline is a mental health summit to strengthen community.
Wow.
So it's 2 days. It's Friday night, September 13th, and all day Saturday, September 14th, and there are a bunch of components to it. There are three of us that partnered to create it. So the Vail Symposium, the Vail Performing Arts Center, which is awesome, and that's where it'll be held. The Vail will be our host.
Okay.
And a guy named Benj Gershman,
who we know who
our community should be familiar with. He's in OAR. He's a founding bass player for OAR. Right. He was here at the Mountain Games,
and
the GoPro Mountain Games,
Gerald Ford Amphitheater.
and they just sold out the amphitheater. So when he was here for the GoPro Mountain Games in June, he spoke on the collab stage with an artist, a visual artist that our community is familiar with, named Pat Milbury. He has the Heart of the Valley artwork throughout the Avon roundabouts and the big mural in the rec center, and the parking structure in Vail and many other projects.
I love seeing all that. It just makes your day happy.
So Benj, in addition to being a rock star, also has just created a podcast called What Could Be Bad, and it's focused on elevating and destigmatizing mental health conversation.
Hey, I'm in competition.
So Benj, Cameron, and I got together at the Mountain Games and dreamed up an event that our community can really be proud of, focused on mental health.
That's wonderful. What are you going to do there? I want to know what kind of
so
activities, I guess.
Friday night is a nice dinner on the stage at the Vail Center, only 100 people, tables on the stage. And there's a program with our new friend named Adam Bornstein. Adam's a New York Times bestseller. He's a nutritionist. He's partnered with Arnold Schwarzenegger in a project called The Pump. So he will curate the dinner, crafting the menu.
It's all healthy, obviously.
And indeed it is. And we'll have a talk about the connection between nutrition and mental wellness. And so we'll all be sitting in nice tables on the Vail, looking up at all the seats.
Well, you're going to be like stars eating.
Indeed. So that's Friday night. Saturday morning, there's a private event that starts the day. And people might be familiar with Chef Robert Irvine. He's a celebrity chef. Restaurant Impossible is the name of one of his shows.
Heard of that. Yes.
He has a foundation. One of the projects of the foundation is called Breaking Bread with Heroes. So his team is curating a breakfast for our local first responders, military, and veterans.
Oh, I love that.
So we're working on curating that group now. That'll start the day. And then the public program starts at 10 o'clock. During this program, in the Vail Center, we'll have live podcast recordings of Benj's podcast. So live audience, and Benj will talk with Pat Milbury. He'll talk with Chef Robert Irvine in those two podcast recordings. Judith Landau will present to us. She's an international, for us, she's a superstar. We're the geeks, right? So she's an intellectual superstar, but she consults with the World Health Organization on multi-generational trauma and resiliency modeling. So she'll present, and then she'll also participate in a panel with our local providers. Vail Health Behavioral Health, Speak Up, Reach Out, Your Hope Center, Early Childhood Partners, et cetera.
Oh my God, all the most amazing
So
organizations.
it's a national level conversation with a local lens.
I love this.
And so there are a few other components that are coming together throughout the day. The evening session, Saturday night, still at the Vail Center, we will be, I think, the fourth or fifth screening of a new film called Feel It All, created by Drew Peterson. Drew's a professional skier. He's an ultra runner. He's a shaggy blonde guy. You may recognize his picture if you see it.
His father didn't found Harley Davidson, did he?
You know, I can't speak to that. That's out of my
I
depth.
used to
there.
know
I
a
don't
Drew
know.
Peterson.
So Drew just did the Leadville 100.
Wow.
The film just came out last week. So we're going to screen the film. We'll talk with Drew, and then we have a concert
Wow,
with
you
our
guys
friend
are
Stephen
just
Kellogg.
killing it.
Yeah. So again, the mission is to elevate and destigmatize mental health conversation, and we really want people to get a sense of where we've come from here in Eagle County, and this incredible investment and energy in the last few years to build out our infrastructure and our provider network, and where we can go. So for folks who live here in Eagle County, we really want people to have an understanding of what's available here.
Yes.
And if you don't live here and you're coming up for the event, we want you to be able to have a conceptual understanding of the provider network here in Eagle County so that you can go home to wherever you live and know who to start talking to about how to enhance the experience in your local community.
I just think that's amazing, and we do have a lot of different outreaches, and so the fact is that everybody has something that can work for them and maybe not work for them. So the fact that you're going to introduce a variety to people gives them an understanding that, okay, maybe that doesn't work for me, but that might. So that's what's really, really special about this.
Yeah, good insight. Right on.
I
and
love that.
There should be something for everyone in here. I would say it's family friendly. It's probably not young kid friendly. There'll be some heavy themes, right? We'll talk about depression and suicide. We'll talk about behavioral disorders and so on. So, but our teenagers in our community are feeling these issues and they're seeing them every day. And so we'll leave it to parental discretion. But for all the rest of us, for employers and employees, for athletes and adventurers, for academics and intellectuals, for people who are retired, grandparents, parents, there's something really for everyone in this conversation.
Absolutely. People can have lifelong mental health issues. People can have mental health issues that have just come about because of loss or anything like that, or health reasons. So there's always a way that somebody can reach out here in our community. And I just think it's really special that you're doing this, and to have so many people in a beautiful atmosphere and with food and music. I mean, really, what could go wrong?
What could be bad?
No, I think,
Yeah.
I think this is what a beautiful thing you guys are doing.
Thank
It's
you.
really a great commitment and something that's a service to our community. That's the most important. And when you bring up the youth, I think it's sort of important to them, depending on the age bracket, because we lose a lot of young people here.
We do.
To suicide, and it's very sad, and it hurts my heart. I've known many, and I just think that something that you are doing can bring light to such a subject where I believe the stigma is being lifted already. I think it needs a little bit more work because some people still feel like nervous or ashamed to go reach out.
Yep, and it's important to note there is a lot of energy around this in our community. We are. It takes a village, and our village is working on this. And so we're not pretending like we've got a silver bullet or there's a solution. We're trying to contribute to the momentum, to highlight the people who are doing the work in our community, and to leverage some star power from these folks to help that sense of normalcy that we all wrestle with this in one time or another.
And it's interesting how sometimes a celebrity can just make us pay more attention than somebody that's just not a person that's on the main screen or something like. It's just interesting like that. But if they have an issue, I'm going to tune in because if they do, then it's normal. Interesting.
So September 13th and 14th, Mountains and Minds, and you can find more information at valarpac.org. The Valar Center is managing all the ticketing and all the info. So
that's
Valar
wonderful.
PAC.
And then they have their Fall Underground Sound coming up, so we can find out
Indeed
about
they
that
do.
also.
Yep.
Now we have just about a minute left. Is there anything else through the Vail Symposium that you'd like to share with everybody?
Well, maybe just for a bit of levity. This coming Saturday, August 31st, at 5 o'clock at Vail Mountain School in their auditorium, we are thrilled to welcome John Foley. He's a former solo captain of the Blue Angels.
Ooh, I love
He
that.
is a Top Gun. He flew with Tom Cruise in the films. He's energetic, motivational. This one is fully family friendly. He wants to engage with all the kids. He's going to share stories. The title is Flying Upside Down and 18 Inches Apart. is the name of this program.
Wow, I love that. Flying upside down and 18 inches apart. I can really play with that title.
So
but
a little bit of levity
This is
into
great.
the conversation.
Well, we need a little levity also
Yeah.
because levity is also great for our mental health. So
Indeed it is.
This is exciting. Oh gosh, we're going to have somebody that was with Tom Cruise and we have all this wonderful stuff. I can't thank you enough for being here.
Thank you for
the
having
Vail
me.
Symposium. One more time, give us the information how people can reach out and get information for what's going on.
VailSymposium.org is our website. We have 10 more programs before Halloween, and then we'll launch a full winter season sometime this fall.
Year-long help with the Vail Symposium, a wonderful organization. I cannot thank you enough for being here with us. You guys
Thanks,
have
Liz.
a great time, and I look forward to all of the wonderful events that you have coming up.
Thank you so much.
I'm so happy to have him here. This is wonderful. Check it out, Vail Symposium, everybody, as well as the Valar Center's website. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail right after this.